What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back in this one another video to pump out to my young boys. Not so much the girls this time around. I'm gonna keep it honest. Not so much the girls this time around. Because I want to take this Blueface and Christian Rock thing, and I want to turn this into a learning experience for the men. The men specifically. Nah, it could be some. It could be some takeaway from this for the women as well. But this message today, I like to specifically focus on the men. And I need to let these brothers out here know you can't trust a lot of these women, bro. You can't. And I know some women might jump in, and even though I just said this message wasn't for the women, they still might jump in and be like, "Well, Blueface did it." We ain't worried about all of that, or we ain't getting into the nitty gritty of what happened. We talking about your legacy as a man, and how when you sit up there and mingle with the wrong people, you entertain the wrong energies, you can compromise all of that. You can compromise all of that. Blueface thought we don't even know last time Blueface dropped the album. He's supposed to be a rapper. He built his I ain't even gonna call it an empire. He built his fan base. He built whatever it is that you want to call it. He built it on his own. He did what he did. You know, he came in. He was rapping. He wasn't rapping on the beat. Everybody liked it, and then he built his fan base and started his career on his own. It's something he built, and without Blueface, there would be no Christian Rock. But here we are. His whole career could be potentially about to go down the drain because of a woman. And that's what the takeaway I want our men to have in this video. Blueface thought he had him a down chick, a loyal little thing, or whatever you want to call it. He thought, and he seen that she was dealing with a bunch of other dudes. She got his face tatted on her chest, I think. She got her tooth tatted. Didn't know you could do that, but she got her tooth tatted, and she tatted Jonathan's you know what in her nether regions in that area. She did it. Then, fellas, that's another thing. She did all of that to prove her loyalty, and she still was not loyal to him. Granted, he wasn't loyal to her, but let's focus on that, because a lot of dudes get a thrill out of like feeling like they're controlling a woman to the point to where she's doing all of this to prove her devotion to you. But at the end of the day, Blueface, she got Jonathan's you know what tatted down there, and she got another man entering and releasing splooge right where it say Jonathan's property or whatever she got it, And I don't want to get too graphic, but that's how it is. I'm sure that's what happened. And Blueface was hurt by this. If you watch the video, I'm not gonna play none of that. We just gonna chop it up about it. Blueface was genuinely hurt by this. Like, you can tell in his eyes and the way he was talking. It was like he want to get on the internet and cap and make it seem like he don't care about this woman or none of that. But when you seen his face, he was in pain. He was in pain that she betrayed him like that, because he thought she was down. He thought she had a ride or die chick. But in most cases, fellas, you simply can't trust a woman. You can only trust a woman as far as you can see him. It's straight like that. In most cases, you can only trust him as far as you can see him. Because at the end of the day, the Bible tells us there is no wickedness. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. All of it is little to them. It's light. You gotta really pay, and that you gotta really, and then get your feelings out of it, because this is the word. You gotta really grasp that, like, it's all of the wickedness is little to them. You gotta grasp the fact that they brought sin into the world. Therefore, they weren't constructed. Their whole everything is different from you men. The Bible tells us men we're made upright. Their salvation lies in our hands. You got to understand that. It's like that. The order is like that for a reason. We're the closest thing to Christ on this earth. We're the closest thing. Their salvation lies in our hands. Which is why, like I said, you can, in most cases, you can only trust a woman as far as you can see him. Because at the end of the day, if you was to give a woman the right, if it came down to the right choice and the wrong choice, 9 times out of 10, a woman is gonna pick the wrong choice. That's just how they're wired. It's unfortunate, but that's just how they're wired. Which is why they need men to guide them. You think Blueface was guiding Krishan Rock? Of course not. A lot of these men, especially these dudes in the industry, they don't even have masculine frame anymore. Like they're barely men. Like keeping it 100. Blueface, somebody like Blueface nigga for sure not going to work or nothing like that. He ain't doing no kind of manual labor or nothing like that. I mean, he earned his right to not have to do that. But that stuff builds character. That stuff it keeps you in frame. When you, as a man, when you go to work, you feel like you're in frame. When you're at work and you just busting your ass and you coming home making ends meet or whatever, providing, that keeps you in frame. A lot of these rappers don't got to deal with nothing like that, so they don't do anything like that, so they're losing frame. Even when it comes to not even just that, I mean, a lot of them don't hit the gym. That keep you in frame too. Hitting the gym, doing masculine things is what I'm getting at. A lot of your typical rappers, they real skinny, narrow, don't work, don't do nothing, they just rap, make money. And over time you lose frame. That's why a lot of these rappers have feminine tendencies. That's why they real emotional. That's why they quick to act on emotions. A lot of them is raised by their moms, and then so they don't get too many manly principles instilled in them, and then they become rappers and completely lose frame because they don't have to do any masculine things anymore. They just get Glocks or whatever, they get their guns, and that's their protection. They don't want to hit, they don't feel like they got to hit the gym or whatever, none of that. So they don't have frame, which is why you get another case like, it's going back to Blueface and Krishan Rock. You think Blueface was leading Krishan anywhere? That's why a lot of these, that's just a lot of these celebrity relationships, it's just meaningless. Like, it's not gonna go anywhere, and they don't even understand why it's not gonna go anywhere, because they so looped in. But the chosen ones, people like us, we can see what's going on. Like, ain't no way no Blueface and Krishan relationship was gonna last. Krishan is, you could tell she got security issues. She done did all of this to prove her loyalty to a dude. She probably grew up, I heard she had a troubled past. She probably didn't have a father or something like that. I don't know. But some disconnect for you to be this devoted, to try to be this devoted to a man, and then you're not even really that devoted to him, but you try to make it seem like you are, and all of that. That's a whole tangent. But the point is, women need to be led. Ain't no way in hell Blueface baby, yeah, I was gonna lead Krishan Rock anywhere. So of course she cheated on him. He's not in frame. He's not a masculine man. He's not in frame. Of course she cheated on him. I mean, we can't even, but then everybody was, oh, they so goals. I need a girl like Krishan. I need a chick like Krishan. That's what everybody told me. They need a chick like Krishan that's gonna do the stuff that Krishan does. But she was on baddies. Even when she was with Blueface, she was on baddies getting tongued down by the other chicks. Do that seem like a woman who respect that man? It's literally just as Blueface said in the video. He said, y'all think she a down B, but she really just a whore with some tattoos. Just because she got some tattoos does not mean she's devoted to that man on the level that the outsiders we thought. I'm gonna just generalize as everybody thought. He said it exactly right in the video. She's a whore with some tattoos. That's all it is to it. But like I said, I'm a let me see. She gargling. She gargling with Blueface on her tooth. That's that is insanity. She's going to town getting splooged in her mouth with Blueface face in her mouth. Like, it's insanity. She was getting splooged on right where it said Jonathan's you know what. And then like it's real, it's getting real out here, y'all. It's really getting real out here. It's really getting real. If y'all don't think it's getting, I mean, watch who y'all dealing with, because that's Blueface is going outside because at the end of the day, he then just got into a physical altercation with this woman and probably tarnished everything. Y'all know how they did Dex and all of these other rappers once they get caught in the domestic. It don't matter about she hit him first, self-defense, and none of that matters. All of what they got is a video of you punching a woman in her face and slamming her or dropping her to the ground, beating her up. Like, it was like he was beating her up in this video. He was beating on her. She ain't had no wounds or nothing like that, but I hear it's an investigation going on now. He beat her up. Like, he really beat her up. From what I seen, it looked like he really beat her up. So, and all of that for what? He probably fumbled. He probably fumbled a couple of bags just now. Like, he can't get no endorsements or nothing like that. You know what they do when you get caught in these domestics? It's over for you. It's over for you. It's very hard to bounce back from a domestic. We only seen a few cases of people who bounce back from these domestic videos and stuff like that. And I can't even think of none but maybe Young Boy. And Blueface ain't Young Boy. He's not gonna be able to pull nothing like that off. So here we go. We got a case where Blueface tarnished, threw the bag away for a woman that wasn't even down for him like he thought. These women would literally destroy everything that you got. These women will literally tarnish everything that you build if you let them. If you let them do it, they will do it. You cannot trust these women in most cases. You cannot trust them. You can only trust them as far as you can see them. Because 9 times out of 10, you get them the choice to do good or bad, they're going to do bad. Why? Because it's in their nature. They brought sin into the whole world. It's in their nature to do it. And that sound harsh, but that's the truth. That's the fact of the matter. To the women that see this, if the shoe don't fit, don't try to squeeze your foot in it. That's just the facts. That's in the Bible. I can pull the scriptures up to back this. You got Corinthians. No, not Corinthians. You got Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 29. You got, what else we got here? Ecclesiastes chapter 29 verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the woman. You got Ecclesiastes chapter 7 28. It's in the word. I mean, it's in the word. If you give a woman a choice to do bad, she's probably gonna do bad. Which is why I don't ever, if you know, you know. It's unfortunate, man. Blueface really, he fumbled. For what? Because the chick got a couple of tattoos. I mean, shoot. I can't even, and then like, you see a chick going this hard for you, she got tattoos, like, tattoos are permanent. Like, it takes a lot to remove a tattoo. So when you tat something like Jonathan's, you know what, in your area, Jonathan's property in your areas, you get a tattoo, a tooth, well, she can remove the tooth, but you get your teeth tatted, you trying to set trends and get your teeth tatted, you got on your chest, like, and then you let another man put secretions all over these areas. That just goes to show, don't you just can't get too comfortable. No matter what they do, they'll do anything to if they won't. It really won't mean nothing though. At the end of the day, he said he went down a long list of people she was dealing with. But at the same time, she don't respect Blueface. He's not a leader. He's not a masculine man. He's not in his masculine bag. And he probably was when he was in the, in LA, or initially before, when he was down to hit the studio. Now, it's not the case. Women want to be led. They need to be led. They literally need it. Which is why fellas don't even try to get in a relationship if you're not in a position, or like you don't have at least the mentality of a leader. Because if you don't lead a woman in the right direction, she's gonna, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna make the wrong choices every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Because it's in their nature to do so. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Just wanted to get on here, chop it up about this Blueface situation. That's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care.